Hello everyone, Genghis here, and welcome to the fourth or fifth or sixth part of Rock to the Top. This time the focus is gonna be on what I would like to call micro positioning. What is micro positioning? It's basically not when you're switching flanks. It's like moving forwards a meter, moving backwards a meter, so you're more hold down, so you're able to side scrape, so you're able to use a bush better, maybe changing a bush. But relocating, I would say, like within a square of a minimap most of the time, and that's what I think is going to be the focus of this video. As you see, I am in a 62A. I am in a platoon with HX Stock, which is like a 2KW8 player, as far as I know, who is in a Z5. And yeah, we're in Sun River, encounter, there's one Tier 9 RT. Let's roll. I decided to go up in the A7-8 area at the beginning of the game, because it's a very, very strong position up here in my opinion nowadays, because you can be rather arch safe and hold down towards this. And obviously you can always poke on this side to shoot these guys and so on. So, I managed to get up, taking no damage. And I decided to go hold down on that T-54. Sadly, I missed my first two shells. But then I get to work and like, yeah, you try and see how I'm using the ridgeline in front of me, like, which is actually pretty far away, yeah? Which is right here, to get held down. And also I'm missing like 90% of my shots because I'm a scrub. I'm still able to outplay him because I'm pinning him and he's not pinning me. T-54 turret is easily penetrable by tier 10 guns. And well, he's getting pretty lucky, and I'm also missing a lot of my shells. So yeah. I should have gone for the E100 turret side on that one, I guess, but hey. That's that. I'm loading heat because I expect to be shooting the E100. Although I do put it into the T-54 in the end. And if you look at the minimap right now, you see there's an E5 pushing up, which is starting to worry me a bit. But right now I can farm this E100 and just... yeah, that's really what the focus of this video. How I'm moving backwards and forwards and sideways to use that ridgeline in front of me to get held down. And that kind of positioning is really not obvious because I'm not actually standing on the corner. By being further back, there's a difference in the angle, and it's easier to actually be held down. But it takes more training, I would say. I put a shot into the 5, notice a 90, go back, get held down. And yeah, he gets taken out by the Jack Panzer. Get the pressure up on that E5. T-54 relocated there, which is actually pretty interesting and kind of a pain in the ass, because every time I shoot he can poke there and, you know, shoot me in return when I'm on reload. So I'm kind of waiting for him to peek. 5120 next to me managed to go from like full life to, I have to say like, but from full life to dead in half a second. I managed to take out the T-54 with a half snapshot, I would say. And now I can start working the E50 and the E5 best I can. Manage to snapshot the E50's lower plate, then get in another shot on his side, but which bounces off what I would think is a gun magnet, although it could have been the upper plate or tracks. Now we're losing 2-4, nothing bad, but you know, we are down at tier 9 and tier 10, which is quite a lot considering there's only 5 tier 10s per side. So that's that. And I'm just slowly playing it out here. I really don't want to move in because since the E5's buff, it's pretty tricky to penetrate a well-playing E5, even with gold, and if he's so down, for example. And if I would push in here, I could eat like 2 shells from the E5. I really have to stop saying like. But now that HX Duck is with me, I'm gonna go for it. Aim at the lower plate, put a shot in. Don't want to use my rep kit, so I tried going for the turret, but rather the Kubota, but I bounced of course because of 5 reasons. But yeah, I'm really kind of a different topic, but I'm really a huge fan of saving rep kits until the very, very end game, because they are just so useful to have. And also there's always that game, I mean like ammo rack. I really have to stop saying like ammo rack damage and gun damage are pretty recurrent. It's not a rarity to happen. And if you have used your rep kit before that on your tracks, it's kind of a waste. So, in my opinion, it's worth it to take 400 damage at tier 10 to conserve your rep kit, as long as, of course, you're not a one-shot or so on. Now, with that hill taken care of, I don't actually want to push over the hill, because the issue is that when you push down here on the 0 line, you basically die to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here. I was trying to get hold down on the E100 by using this ridge line, but he fell back too far for me to be able to do that. So I'm going to take a slight risk, and I'm going to cross across the open here. But I'm going to get here, and once you get to this area, you're actually safe from this. Safe / hold down. Which in 62A is pretty much the same thing. Also, it might enable me to get cross shots on the E100, and it gives me way better map control because I can shoot in a lot of directions, instead of being cornered and just being able to shoot in front of me. The tortoise over there is safe, however I spot the waffle. Start working him down. I should have probably loaded my HE shell here, but oh well. Managed to get 2 shots into him before he falls back. I have to be very careful because they still have a 268 and a 183, which both are very, very, very dangerous CDs, which obviously shouldn't come as a surprise. Trying to find the perfect angle while I'm hold down on that tortoise, but actually have the gun depression. Found it for half a second, but lost it again. I'm just gonna go back. Tortoise also has, although only 400 alpha damage, completely ridiculous reload. And here, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about, micro positioning. I could do 3 things right now to shoot the tortoise. I could poke here like a retard and get shot by everything. I could do what I was doing a second ago when the tortoise was on reload, like a side scrape-ish over here, so I can, shoot past here onto him. Or I can use that tiny rock, tiny dip in the rock, I would say, to go hold down on him. And that's the kind of details which makes the difference between good play and very good play, in my opinion. Don't even need gold for the moment for the tortoise armor. Trying, of course, to go for the weak spot, but with APCR you actually have a pretty decent chance of going through the upper plate simply. Obviously the side is even easier. And as you see, the tortoise, after seeing that I was completely hold down, just ignored me and tried shooting the Type 61, I think that was. So yeah. The Jack Panther and the Duck are rolling it out with that E100, although they're not doing too well, in all honesty. There's still an RT in both teams, in both cases a Batchat RT, which is really dangerous because it just reloads every 20 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Could be 25, but you get the gist, very fast. Which means it's not like a Conqueror, which... It's probably the first time I say it, but I really have to stop saying like. That's like the worst English word ever. It's not like a Conqueror, where when it shoots I know I am safe for 45 seconds and I can do whatever I want. So the RT danger is constant and permanent. And I have to obviously say that in this kind of replay, I'm pretty lucky that RT didn't shoot me more, or hit me more. As you'll see also in the course of this game, but... that's how World of Tanks is. If you get shot by RT, you're not gonna have good games anyway. I poke over with my turret, not able to shoot, but just to be able to spot the 268, try and figure out where he is. And here again, I could be poking here like a retard, but instead I go here where I am actually hold down, as you see now I guess, while not having any gun depression issues at all. The 183 still managed to do decent damage to me because he's shooting Hesh with 1750 alpha, if I'm not mistaken, and just hits my turret for 700 frontally. But the E100 managed to take out the Jack Panther and is now pushing Duck. The 268 and the 183 are rather slow. I'm definitely faster than them. So I got the option right here to relocate, take care of the Jack Panther together with Duck, hopefully without Duck dying. And then, rotate back around and take care of the rest of the game. Loading heat for his turret. I'm down to 1 APCR shell anyway. And, okay. I poke here. Kind of cheeky, I guess. That was slightly risky. But I'm getting surrounded here and I have to take out enemies right now. The E100 is kind of falling back. And I managed to take out the 268 because he snapshotted and missed and I have a way better reload. And now I'm up to against the 183. Really important I shoot heat because the 183 turret armor got buffed like 1 or 2 patches ago. And is now really strong and not pendable with under 300mm of penetration unless you get really lucky. Managed to take him out, and then I'm up on the 100. Duck bounces, I put in my shot, and I put in my second shot, and he gets taken out. I'm kind of tired. I hope this video is still, gotten as good as it was meant to be, even though I said like around 10 times and now 11. I'm gonna go kill the RT. Duck is going to let me kill it. I hope I managed to show how, I said like again, how important it is to really have an eye on your surroundings. I took the example of 62A. It's a perfect tank for it because of, well, I had a good game, and it has very low gun depression and very good turret armor, which together make for very tricky play, but very good armor if well used. Of course, I don't penetrate the RT with HE, and he nearly kills me. Just to pause it real quick, it's really important, and it really makes a difference between being able to have, like, 2.5, 2k, 3k average damage games, and actually being able to achieve those 6, 7, 8, 9k damage games semi-regularly, is that you really have to perfectionize your positioning. Always be hold down, always be side scraping, always be shooting side armor if possible, obviously, like, don't take damage, be it by shooting sides, or by being impenetrable, or unspottable because you're standing behind 2 bushes like a pro. It's really something I would recommend everyone to work on, and I hope it helps you out a bit, and I showed some of that in this video. Let's have a look at the post-game stats, shall we? So, I got an ace tanker, not very surprising. I got a Radley, not very surprising at all. I did get my steel wall, I got a high caliber, I obviously got a top gun. I managed to do a total of 8,852 damage, 8 kills and 1,800 spotting damage. I blocked 2,270 damage by my armor. But I feel that's kind of underrating the turret armor use I made, because a lot of the times when an enemy sees an i7 turret, and only an i7 turret, or a 62A turret, and only a 62A turret, they're not going to try and see if they can bounce, because they know they can bounce. They're just going to shoot someone else or fall back or whatever, which is a real strength of this kind of positioning, even if it's not always shown in the damage block by armor, because you don't have retons shooting your turret all day long. As I did shoot quite a lot of heat, since I, kind of ran out of ammo at the end of the game, I paid 102,000 for consumables, plus 23,000 for repairs, but I still managed to make a net profit of 4,500. And, yeah, any other stats should be around here. Notice I did travel actually 3.6 kilometers, which is a lot, while never switching flank. All I did was go on the left and then rotate it back toward the middle. Maybe like half flank switch. I didn't drive around the map like crazy, but I kept moving backwards, forwards, sideways, turning, and so on, and that's what allowed me this result in this game. I had no, game-breaking repositioning, for example. I just noticed that on the side over here, there's that stupid What If Tanks result screen still, of the in-game stuff. Sorry for that, gonna fix that for next time, and thanks for watching.